Hello and welcome to the letter. And from what I remember, I think what happened. Wait, it's been a while since I actually played this. Luke went downstairs because something dropped, if I remember correctly. So I'm not sure how things are going to go, and I don't remember what changed. I think the relationship with Luke just got improved. That's it. And in the journal, it's a good thing we have this. Yeah, they're just talking about having kids. Okay. So, Madame, the photographer from Luxury Living, is here. Wait, is that today? Oh yes. People had caught wind of our new mansion the very moment we left the open house. Luke had boasted he could acquire the property in no time and allowed a photo shoot for an interior design magazine to be scheduled today. Well, there were complications that took longer than usually does for us.
In a minute, Hansi.
Johannes, if you could at least make it through the end.
Tell them I'll be right down, Hansi.
Okay then. I wonder when shit's gonna go down with her, though. Because the ghost can't be in two places at once, can it? And more than 5 people have seen the letter, so... yeah. Mansion ground has been one of the first things to be fixed up, aside from the bedroom. Although it's still a work in progress, it had a promising start, and I could already see the flower patches. To make sure everything's fine. Luke's favored daffodils stand out easily, having been transplanted from the pots that used to litter the rooftop of our penthouse. Oh, well then, okay. Why, if the moving crew... if the moving crew thought that Luke was being hard on them, they clearly didn't see the landscaper on his way out. Oh, they're referring to what's-her-face? Marine? I think? The man looked like he was ready to faint. Luke seemed ready to kill him by the end of their discussion. Okay. Oh, this is when they came in. Oh. It is in the gardens I see him standing near the flowers in quiet admiration. Oh, the photographer! Oh, that's him? He's hard to miss, the hulk of a man that clearly did not belong. The big backpack, suitcase he has with him makes him look much larger. It is a particular sight, seeing someone who looks like he does handling little, delicate things with such care. He looks up from the garden and does a double take before a friendly face places his serene expression.
Miss Wright, yeah? Hi, Zachary Steele here from Luxury Living, ma'am. Hope you weren't waiting too long. But it looks like you're still moving in, huh? Thought for a second there my calendar was wrong and I came here too early.
So, wait. Hold on, nope, that's not. I'm confused. When is this? Cause 25, 24. So it was before. Yeah, cause they met before, haven't they? Cause we brought the priest in to do the thing. Or did they forget or something? Hold on, where is it? I want to make sure. When exactly did they occur? Happy anniversary. There we go. So it was October 26th that they actually met. Does she not remember him? Because it's the 26th now, so it's been 4 days since they met. Okay.
You look familiar. Have we met?
Yes! Oh, I wonder what would happen if we didn't bring him with the priest. I have a very wide social circle, so everyone looks familiar at one point or another. But one would think I'd remember someone who stands out like him. The struggle to recall must have been evident on my face as he quickly and kindly answers my question.
Oh, I was with Isabella, your estate agent, when she had the house blessed.
Oh yes, that's right.
Oh, I wonder what would happen. Oh my god. That's so cool that they know each other after 4 days. So, I wonder. Oh, what's gonna happen with Lou? Because he's a racist son of a bitch. I don't think he's gonna like this.
Small world, isn't it?
Should have known you were Miss Right.
The one and only. Welcome, welcome to Maison de Right.
Maison de Right?
And yes, we've been in the process of moving in as we were delayed, but it won't be a problem. They're just adding a few things here and there, and you should still be able to do your work. Where's the rest of your crew then, Mr. Steele?
Zach is fine, please. Mr. Steele makes me feel like I'm a mascot for a cleaning product.
Okay, Mr. Steele.
Anyway, I'll be your one-man crew for today. Don't worry, been doing this gig for a while now.
You must be quite the veteran to handle this on your own. We've had a full crew coming into our penthouse the last time we were covered in your magazine.
Veteran? Oh, your words are too kind, Miss Wright.
Hannah! If I get to call you Zach, you have my permission to call me Hannah.
Okay, that seems fair enough.
Alrighty then. Anyway, I'm no veteran, but I know my camera well enough to make sure this is a good shoot. You can trust me on that, Miss Wright. Hannah.
What they call it? I don't know. This guy have many questions of like what would happen before. Zachary proves quickly enough that I can, in fact, trust him. His skills with the camera and experience in this industry at the very least. He is kind and courteous, listening and following as I lead him around the house. A really nice fellow, and he treats our household staff well whenever we cross paths with them. I answer his questions at the best of my ability, and he is patient enough to answer mine, whenever I get curious enough. For one, I asked what the bags are for. They're quite the magician's toolkit. From inside, he had procured several items to embellish the interior with. Bowls of fruits, lemons, trays with paper mills, stacks of cookbooks, cutting boards, and glass canisters filled with colorful nuts and grains brought in for a kitchen setting. That's a lot of stuff just for photographing. Okay, I guess to make the scene look better. For the bathroom, there are white towels, seashells, and decorative soaps. There are other things as well, too numerous to count, all in that large backpack and suitcase.
Tricks of the trade. Softens up a room, makes a place feel more homey, and fills it up with texture. But you guys probably have better stuff I can use for this.
No lights. Don't tell me all of these are just props.
Well, I've got my tripod here. For things like these, natural light is best. I'll just have to set the shutter speed to a real slow setting, and as long as nobody steps into the shot, it'll look great.
Oh, it better.
We go through the rooms one at a time, although we first Oh, I wonder what would happen once we play as Zach then. If like he'll take a photo and it's gonna be a fucking ghost. We go through the rooms one at a time, although we first tackle the ones that the movers have no business in anymore. Oh no. It's never been good whenever they've been alone. Or at least when it came to Isabel. The ballroom needs a little preparation with its grand design. Although there's some trouble at first, with the wide open space and the picture being backlit. It is in the kitchen that Zachary's props come in handy, considering how Johannes kept the place so neat and sterile, one can particularly eat off the floor. So we're just going through every room now. Okay. We're going to go to the wine cellar by chance. We carry on touring the house and taking pictures where we can, with the exceptions to the rooms which have yet to gain any purpose or design. Too bad I can't take a sneak peek at his photos yet. Funnily? What? I've never heard it used like that. Okay, funnily enough, he is using a traditional camera. I didn't even know film still existed. With the way he speaks, however, I can see that he knows enough about his craft that I'm not too worried about botched photographs. I imagine photograph must be Catherine. I need water. Give me a second. My lips were very dry there. and through. So, I imagine photography must be cathartic for him. There we go, cathartic. Judging by how at ease he looks while taking pictures. There are small snippets of conversation between the clicking of the camera. He even goes far as to talk about these terminologies like shutter speeds and aperture, aperture. I don't know. When I asked about the technical aspects, I can't quite see the pictures as it's made, much like when I watch artists paint on their canvas. But just watching someone passionately I can't speak today. Not like I can ever speak. But just watching someone passionately practicing their craft such as this is exciting in its own way. Going through the many rooms has been quite the exercise for the both of us. Oh! Despite that, he has been so nice that I find myself putting on my best smile. But it is as we're taking pictures in the foyer that everything comes to a standstill for a moment. Just a moment. And have I not been paying attention, I wouldn't have even noticed. It is merely a split second when Zachary's rhythm is put to a halt. What the fuck? So he sees it and she feels it. Holy shit. His finger doesn't move to release the shutter. Yet he also doesn't pull the camera away from his face. Gaze still firmly fixed to the viewfinder. His hands shake and there is a light. Hold on, I need to be ready for anything. His hands shake and there is a light sheen, sweat on his forehead.
Zachary?
No response.
Zach?
Do you not hear the
Something
ghost?
the matter?
It's touching you! How do you not notice? Zach is, I forget. This is not the usual visual novel. Lowering his camera, he blinks and stares at something behind me before shaking his head. Turning around, I see nothing that could have gotten his attention.
Oh, no, there's nothing wrong. I just remembered something, that's all. Let's get back to the pictures. Can you move a bit more to the left, yeah?
Just hide the ghost. Just hide the ghost. I struggled to respond this time. There's a sudden weight on my back and an indescribable tightness around my throat. Everything stops, and everything starts again as I manage to choke out.
If you're sure.
I don't know what just happened. How the fuck did you not notice? It was touching you! It was probably just a dizzy spell. I'm fine. And he said he's fine. We continue at the same pace as before. Although there is this unspoken agreement that we will not talk about what happened.
So, is this a full-time job for you then?
Nah, I just freelance mostly, for magazines, newspapers, and events. So you can't really call it a full-time job. It's fun and it puts food on the table, but it's not what I really want to do.
Oh yeah, because he wants to make movies.
At least, not all the time.
What is it that you want to do then?
Maybe I've been out of line sticking my nose into other people's business, but I can't help but ask. I regret doing so as I see his shoulders slump. The easygoing air he has fades away. He looks torn over whether he wants to talk about it or
Films,
not.
documentaries mostly. But cinematography is a lot more difficult than photography, right? I was working on this thing, actually.
What thing?
Well, it wasn't really a big thing. People didn't like Blue Foncé very much.
Bleu Foncé? I don't think they ever mentioned the movie's name.
People don't like a film about colors. I suppose they would have liked Blue Baby a lot more.
Very
what
funny.
does that mean? Anyone who speaks French, what does that mean? What was it? Backlog. Bleu bébé? What? Because in my mind, I'm like thinking blue baby? Instead of blue... I guess Foncé would be colored? I don't know. Maybe anyone who speaks French? Maybe tell me what the fuck that means? Blue bébé?
So, Grand Director, do you want to tell me what Bleu Foncé is all about?
He hesitates, but when I refuse to budge on the matter, he gives in and spills it all out. Bleu Foncé lirait les pulses sombres des noirs britanniques. Sorry if I slur that up. I don't speak French, nor have ever taken any knowledge on knowing how to say French. So yeah, sorry with my bad French speaking. Oh, in English! Dark blue, the darkest hours of the Black British. Oh. Okay. Oh, the music is playing! I just noticed! It's like my favorite music in this game. He speaks with passion of one who has gone through the very matter he is concerned with. There's conviction, knowledge, and experience in his speech. Why, I would have told him that he is an amazing speaker, if only I wasn't so engrossed listening. Prejudice and discrimination, schools and in the workplace. Lesser chances for opportunities and higher chances of being treated like a criminal. He speaks of blacks and people of color in general, still being treated like second-class citizens. All because of the color of their skin. It is all just positively riveting and sad. It comes to a point where he soon loses steam. He looks abashed, realizing what he had just done.
Sorry, I just got so carried away and...
It's fine. It is really so fascinating to watch people talk about their passion after all. You should see how your eyes light up when you speak so fiercely. You do have very beautiful eyes.
Are you cheating? Hannah, what are you doing?
Uh-huh. Thanks, I guess.
Where is Luke in all of this? He should be around at some point, right? I wouldn't be surprised if we get to play Luke and he's just been eavesdropping on them. So I want to say that I understand where he's coming from, but I really don't, do I? I was born with a silver spoon in my mouth, and I've lived a charmed life. It hasn't been perfect, but the difficulties I've been through pales in comparison to what others experience on a daily basis. I certainly don't know how I would have fared were it any different. Would I still have met Luke, and would he still have loved me if I was any lesser?
What was your home like? These things you talk about, it sounds like you've... Well, I don't mean to pry, I mean...
Live with my older sister and my grandparents. We had a shop selling all sorts of things below our flat. And well, I was one of the few non-white, non-British students in class.
Oh.
I didn't get pushed around or anything straight up. Even then, I was one of the biggest kids around.
Well, that's one advantage at least.
But a pencil and notebook would go missing, you know?
Oh, that I knew. Children can be so cruel at times. Of course, maybe a slightly different story when you have personal guards and the stolen item is not a pencil, but an expensive heirloom.
So what about you? How you liking your new house? It's pretty impressive.
It's nice, I suppose.
She sounds like she doesn't entirely like it.
You suppose? Not big enough?
What? No, oh, don't be a bully. It's just that...
I understand if you don't want to talk about it.
I was a little girl all dolled up and treated like a fragile porcelain with nursemaids waiting to me hand and foot. All the material possessions that anyone could ever want. I could have asked for on a whim and it would be handed to me just like that. But I barely saw my parents, just goodbye kisses in the morning before they went off to who knows where they were needed to next. I saw them more often on a telly or in the papers than I ever did in person.
I remember my old house. It was a lot like this one. Big walls and big halls, but nobody in it. Not really. It makes you think how alone you are.
A pensive mood overcomes us, and there's a moment where neither of us are sure of how to go on from there. Things have gotten a bit too personal, yet it isn't wholly uncomfortable. Like as if we've been friends before.
Well, that's normal, ain't it? You just moved here. You'll make home out of it yet.
He certainly makes it easy to believe that. My childhood house is indeed a lot like this one. Just as large and extravagant. Just as empty. I hope he's right.
So, Monsieur le Photographe, you've covered the one and only Ermengarde Mansion.
The door is still open! Don't go to people!
What's next on the agenda?
The interview?
Boring. It's an interior design and housing magazine.
And they want to know what Miss Wright has to say about her interior design and house.
Honor Wright thinks she bought a magnificent house that she can certainly brag about. Blah, blah. Boring. You know what they should print more of? I watched an interesting documentary the other day. Bleu Foncé, The Darkest Hours of the Black British. I recommend you watch it. Those are the things that people should know about. What do they care if I use a purple or green bowl of fruit in my kitchen?
People, right?
I'm liking Hannah a lot now. I wasn't sure what to think about her since she seemed kind of sketchy. But knowing Luke and Hannah a bit more, though we've only known Hannah more now, it's like, she's a pretty nice person.
Oui. People are shite. What do you think? Do I look good with this angle?
I strike a pose while he's being busy, looking taken aback for a moment, probably not expecting me to just go and say such a crass word. But he recovers quickly, and after snapping a few shots, he grins.
Vous êtes belle. You want copies of these ones?
Yes, please. So, the big boy knows French. You must have wooed a few ladies. Unless you're into gents.
Oh.
Either way, French is, after all, the language of romance.
Oh, I don't know about quoting fancy poetry. But I've made lunch for a girl before, and they did like that fancy French cuisine.
Can you cook your best?
I can cook just about anything as long as I know the recipe.
C'est magnifique.
It has been too long since I've had a nice and proper chat with a good friend. No, Lee is certainly not a good friend. Oh no, Lee is certainly not a good friend. And although we've just met, Zachary is the sort who could probably befriend anyone. He's just a comfortable person to be around with. A bit too comfortable. I wonder if she means that in a bad way or a good way. The photo shoot went by a breeze. And somehow along the way, as we talk and laugh, I find myself getting a bit too close without realizing. He'll give me the strange look until I back off, and he'll go back to asking questions after I agree to do his interview. And it's just odd. Well, no. Me being friendly isn't that odd, that is how I am. Zachary is the one that's being odd. Why, anyone else would absolutely welcome the extra attention I give them. He, on the other hand, looks almost flustered about it. He should be used to different personalities by now, having to deal with various people when he works. If not, he needs to start. Perhaps nobody has shown him attention of this kind. But he's a big boy. He should be able to handle me. All it is a friendly touch here, and a pretty smile there, and a gentle swaying of the hips as I move around. Zachary grew and grew more every time he noticed. Am I being mean as I find enjoyment in seeing him unravel? Perhaps. This went on during the interview and beyond that. There's nothing wrong with what we're doing, right? Zachary and I are just having a playful, friendly chat while enjoying the outside view. At least that's how I see it.
I'm sorry, but I'm really getting distracted. Could you maybe stop doing that?
Stop? I'm not sure if I want to, though. Sure. I would imagine if you go down this road, Luke's gonna know it's gonna be so bad. So yeah, okay. Let me just say it first. Because I haven't done that yet. Sure,
I'll
stop
stop if it makes you uncomfortable, sweetie.
Okay, yeah. So, it makes them better. Okay.
Sorry.
No, I should be the one apologizing. Why, you're a shy one, aren't you, big guy?
It's not that, but...
Oh, okay. So he's noticed. He gestures to the ring on my finger and lets the fact of the matter hang heavily between us. Being told implicitly that I am too forward is not a common occurrence. I think I'm more stunned at the fact that he pointed it out rather than, well, being rejected. Not that anything is going to happen between us in the first place. It was just going to be some harmless flirting, right?
So, you've never had a girlfriend?
No. No boyfriend either. You know, just in case you were gonna ask for that one next.
Since you did bring that up last time, too.
And you haven't even had your first kiss?
Not a one, ma'am.
Do you want to have your first kiss today?
Oh my god. I can't help it. I really, really can't, and I'm going to apologize lots later. Surely by the catty smile on my face, it's obvious that I'm just pulling his leg. The laugh I fail to contain certainly gives it away. If it still isn't obvious. But still, he lights up embarrassment, stammering and sputtering objections.
You're married, and this will be extremely unprofessional.
I never said I would kiss you, silly. Oh, Johans!
No! What? No! Don't call your butler. She's Hannah.
That will be for the better. I don't think his husband would appreciate it if I made him kiss another man.
Oh, okay.
I do not think he can hear us from here either. But it is hard to think you're not taken, Zachary. Why, whoever becomes your girlfriend will be so lucky to have you. You can cook and take wonderful photographs. Wonderful meals and wonderful memories.
I can play guitar too.
You can?
Oh.
Oh my. Wonderful serenades as well then. Perhaps I can find a young lady who deserves a fine, strapping young gentleman like yourself.
Let's not get carried away. Besides, I gotta be going. It's getting late and I got someplace else to be.
A shame. I will be expecting you again soon, I hope. For a copy of my photographs, yes?
Of course. I'll even deliver them personally. Just, you know, don't try to make me kiss your butler when I drop by.
Yes, fate would have it. The very moment the words leave his mouth, Johannes comes out of the house. Judging by the slight raise of his brows, he has heard only the tail end of the
There
sentence.
shall be no kissing of any butlers under this roof, Danke.
But you are not under a roof, are you, Hansi?
To my amusement, he takes a step back, safely placing him within the threshold of the foyer and under the roof of the house. And just as ever, he is quick to return with this sardonic reply.
I am now.
These people are great.
As I was saying, madam, it's about time for supper. Will I be needing to set an extra place at the table?
Oh, what? No, I was just leaving, actually. So, you have a good night, Hannah. And you too, Hansi.
It was nice to meet you, Zach, honey. You have a safe trip.
He nods, and the grin on his face as we say our goodbyes is the sweetness that I have ever seen. Sweetest I've ever seen. Blah, blah, blah. I linger looking out for him with his relatively tiny bicycle, backpack safely secured in the basket by the front, and suitcase hooked on the back. I watched as he went down the path back to the Anselm village until he is nothing more than a blip in the horizon. I cannot help the small smile on my face as I go inside for supper. Hopefully Luke isn't pissed. Entering the dining hall caused me... Wait, oh. Something I heard. Boop. Ah, okay, so just saying he took the photograph. Okay. Entering the dining hall causes me so much confusion. It is dark. For a moment, I thought the electric work is not up to par. But that clearly is not the case, as every other room is bright with artificial light. Finding a light switch is a monumental task, considering the size and my unfamiliarity with the room. To make matters worse, the darkness grants the room a different atmosphere, eerie and frightening. It takes longer than I thought to find the switch, something that will have to be rectified later on. My skin starts to prickle, and there is distinct feeling of being watched. It unsettles me. It only spurs me on in my search. And when I do open the lights, there is a hiss.
I'll turn the lights down, woman.
Okay. There at the end of the hall is my beloved husband with his face in one hand and a glass in the other. Ah, also, why is it green? Is there green wine? I don't know, that doesn't look right. Okay, well, anyways, I'm going to stop now. I'm getting closer to the end of my video. So, if you enjoyed the video, go to the like or up button. If you want to see more will happen, go to the subscribe or follow button to be notified of the next part. Got anything to say? Say in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Comrades? So far, probably not gonna die yet.
Ooh.